Okay, a very good morning dear students. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti Sir. Children, in the last class we were discussing about your altitude and orthocenter of a triangle. What is altitude? What is orthocenter of a triangle? What are the properties of altitude and orthocenter? It was discussed in detail. While discussing altitude, what I said? I said if you draw a perpendicular from any one of the vertices of a triangle to the opposite side, it will become altitude. And as you know, there are three altitudes in a triangle, and the point of concurrence of the three altitudes of a triangle we call it what? We call it orthocenter. And also I had told you the position of orthocenter. Where will the orthocenter of an acute triangle, an obtuse triangle and a right triangle or right angle triangle lie? We have discussed everything in detail in the last class. Today we will discuss another important concept, that is your perpendicular bisector, then your circumcenter, circumradius and circumcircle. What is that? Let us discuss one by one. First let us discuss perpendicular bisector. Children, in class 6 I have remembered in the chapter construction the concept of perpendicular bisector was there. So what is perpendicular bisector? Have you remembered? I think some of you might have forgot. Let me discuss. What is the meaning of perpendicular bisector of a side? You see, suppose you are given a line segment AB whose length is say 6 cm. Suppose you are given a line segment AB whose length is suppose 6 cm. Now, if you are asked to draw its perpendicular bisector, what is perpendicular bisector? Perpendicular bisector means it should be, it is a line, it is nothing but a line. See, I am drawing the figure, look at. Suppose this is the name of this line is L. You see, AB is a line segment whose length is say 6 cm. So to draw its perpendicular bisector means what? We have to draw another line, suppose, or we have to construct another line. Suppose the name of the line is L. We have to construct this line L such that it will be perpendicular to AB. Perpendicular means it will make 90 degree here. Yesterday I told you in the previous class. Perpendicular lines, two lines making 90 degree an angle. If the angle between two lines is 90 degrees, they are called perpendicular lines. So in order that this line L will become perpendicular to B, the angle between them must be 90 degree. So in order to become a perpendicular bisector, in order that L will become perpendicular bisector of AB, it must satisfy two conditions. What are they? This angle should be 90 degree and these two parts should be equal. If the length of these two parts same and this angle 90 degree, then we say that L is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay. So L is said to be the perpendicular bisector of a line segment AB if it divides the line segment into two equal parts or equal halves and making angle 90 degree. Okay. So in short we can say if this angle is 90 degree and these two parts are equal, then L is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB. It was there in class 6, I have remembered. Now how to construct this? How to construct this L? What is the procedure? The procedure is, children, let us go back to class 6 for a while. Suppose you are given this line segment 6 cm, you want to draw its perpendicular bisector. So what you will do? You take the rounder. Suppose my hand is the rounder. Now I took the rounder, keep it at one end point, take more than half. Take more than half of this line segment AB whose perpendicular bisector you want to construct. So keep the rounder at A, take more than half, cut an arc. You see, I am cutting an arc. And the same arc you cut downward. You see, I am cutting an arc. Now bring the rounder. Don't change the position of the arc. Without changing the position of the arc, bring the rounder to the end point B. Again cut the same arc. You see, suppose this is my arc. Now look at this point and this point you join. Join these 2 points. You will find on measurement using protractor that this angle will be 90 degree, and if you measure the two parts, suppose this is M. If you measure the two parts AM and BM, you will be surprised to see that the length of AM and BM will be equal. That means this line L divides AB into two equal parts or two equal halves. Hence L is the bisector of AB. And as this angle is 90 degree, it is perpendicular. So L bisects AB and L is perpendicular to AB. That is why we say that L is the perpendicular bisector of AB. I hope you understood. By perpendicular bisector of a line segment or side, we mean it is another line which should divide or which should bisect or we should divide the line segment or side into two equal halves making 90 degree. Okay, then we say it is the perpendicular bisector. Now let us apply the concept of perpendicular bisector to triangle. So children, as you know, a triangle has how many sides? 3 sides. So definitely 3 sides will have 3 what? Perpendicular bisectors. Now look at figure 1. This is figure 1, figure 2 and figure 3. If you look at figure 3, PQR is a triangle. What triangle is it? Seeing the figure we can say it is an acute triangle or acute angle triangle. So you see PQ is one side. Suppose this is the perpendicular bisector L is the perpendicular bisector. This is 90 degree and these two parts are equal. Similarly, suppose QR is another side. Suppose N is the perpendicular bisector. This angle is 90 degree. Okay. These two parts are equal and this angle 90 degree. So suppose N is the perpendicular bisector of QR. Now look at M. Now M is the perpendicular bisector of PR. See, L is the perpendicular bisector of PQ. N is the perpendicular bisector of QR. And suppose M is the perpendicular bisector of PR. Now what do we see? What do we observe? Now the 3 perpendiculars bisectors, they are passing through this point. See, this is the point of concurrence. Look at. This C is the point of concurrence, you see, point of concurrence of 3 perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of a triangle. This point C is the point of concurrence of the 3 perpendicular bisectors of this triangle, I mean of the 3 sides of this triangle. So what this point C is called? This point of concurrence of 3 perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of a triangle is known as, this is called the circumcenter. See children, it is a new thing. So what is circumcenter? I hope you understood. Circumcenter means it is the point of concurrence or the point through which 3 perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of a triangle pass. So that is circumcenter. So in case of acute triangle, you see, where is the position? Where is the position? Where is the circumcenter located? It is located interior or inside of the triangle. Now, let us discuss about a right angle triangle. See, this is a right triangle. Suppose XYZ. Now look at this L. This line L. L is the perpendicular bisector of XY. Now see, M is the perpendicular bisector of YZ and N is the perpendicular bisector of XZ. Look at. In this figure, we find 3 perpendicular bisectors, namely your L, M and N. L is the perpendicular bisector of XY, M is the perpendicular bisector of the side YZ and N is the perpendicular bisector of the side XZ. And what do you observe again? Again we see that the 3 perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of this triangle, that is XY, YZ and ZX, the 3 perpendicular bisectors, that is L, M and N, they also pass through one point. Look at, they pass through the same point. What is the point denoted by? It is C. So C here is the circumcenter of this right triangle. See, look at. So because why C is the circumcenter of this right triangle? Because through this point, because it is the point of concurrence of the 3 perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of this right triangle or right angle triangle. So now if I ask you, where is the position? Where is the position of the circumcenter in case of a right triangle or right angle triangle? Does it lie interior? Does it lie inside the triangle, right triangle? The answer is clearly no. So where does it lie? It lies on the hypotenuse. You know, this is hypotenuse. Already we have discussed in Pythagoras theorem. It is the longest side. This is 90 degree. It is the longest side. It is the side opposite to the right angle, and so it is the hypotenuse. So the position of the circumcenter in case of right triangle or right angle triangle will be what? On the hypotenuse of the right triangle. Okay. So this is about the circumcenter of what? Your right angle triangle. Now let us consider an obtuse triangle. See, suppose MNP is an obtuse triangle. You know what is an obtuse triangle? We have also discussed it in earlier classes while discussing orthocenter, okay, and centroid. You see, this angle is obtuse, angle N is obtuse, more than 90 and less than 180, and these two angles M and P, they must be acute. So we call MNP triangle as an obtuse triangle or obtuse angle triangle. See, now let us draw the perpendicular bisectors of 3 sides of this obtuse triangle. See, suppose MN is one side, L is the perpendicular bisector. Look at L, line L is the perpendicular bisector of MN. It is 90 degree here. Similarly, suppose the line M, you see, M is the perpendicular bisector of which one? M is the perpendicular bisector of NP, side NP. Then your N is perpendicular bisector of what? MP. This angle is 90 degree. So in this case also we find that the three perpendicular bisectors, namely L, M and N of the triangle MNP, look at. In this obtuse triangle MNP also we find that the three perpendicular bisectors L, M and N of the three sides, they are also passing through this point. See, this is the point of concurrence where or through which the three perpendicular bisectors of the three sides of this obtuse triangle pass, and we call this point what? This point is called as circumcenter of this obtuse triangle. So now if I ask you children, in obtuse triangle, where is the position of the circumcenter? You can easily say, sir, it is outside the triangle, means it is in the exterior of the triangle. So what is the difference? What difference do we find in these three triangles about the position of circumcenter? Children, I hope you understood what is circumcenter. Circumcenter is nothing but the point of concurrence of the three perpendicular bisectors of three sides of a triangle. Okay, that means the point through which three perpendicular bisectors of three sides, or you can say two, because if you take two, if you take the perpendicular bisector of any two sides, the third will automatically pass through. Suppose you will draw the perpendicular bisector of PQ and QR, there is no need to draw, there is no need to construct the perpendicular bisector of PR, because the third one will automatically pass through what? That point. Okay, the point through which the perpendicular bisectors of PQ and QR will pass, automatically through that point the perpendicular bisector of the third side will also pass. So you can draw only two, there is no need to draw the perpendicular bisectors of three sides of a triangle, whether it is acute or right or obtuse triangle. So only the position is differing. See, in acute triangle circumcenter lies interior, in right triangle it lies on the hypotenuse, and in obtuse triangle it lies exterior of the triangle. Okay, this is the position, this is the position of the circumcenter in different triangle. So children, I hope you understood what is perpendicular bisector. It is a line segment, or you can say line. It is a line which bisects another line into two equal halves, making 90 degree. Means it is perpendicular to the line as well as bisects the line or divides the line into two parts, line segment into two parts. That is perpendicular bisector. A triangle has three sides, so there will be definitely three perpendicular bisectors. If you construct three perpendicular bisectors of any triangle, whether acute triangle, right triangle or obtuse triangle, you will see or you will find that they will always pass through one point. That means they are concurrent. The three perpendicular bisectors of a triangle, three sides of a triangle are concurrent. So that point of concurrence through which they pass is known as the circumcenter. In case of acute triangle, circumcenter lies interior. In case of right triangle, it lies on the hypotenuse, and in case of obtuse triangle, the circumcenter lies outside or exterior of the triangle. So okay, this is the concept. Now we will discuss about your circumradius and circumcircle. Circumcenter we understood. What is circumradius and what is circumcircle? Let us see. In this case, see children, in this acute triangle, C is what? C is your circumcenter, because it is the point of concurrence of the three perpendicular bisectors of three sides. Now what you do, you join this one, CQ, CR and CP. Join this circumcenter C to each vertex of the triangle. Okay, and you measure the length of CP, CQ and CR. You will be surprised to see that the length of CP, CQ and CR will be equal. That means the circumcenter is always equidistant. You see, that means what I want to say, CP will be equal to CQ will be equal to CR. That means the circumcenter is equidistant from each vertex of the triangle. Okay, and this is known as your circumradius. You see, circumradius. So what is circumradius? I hope you understood. The line, I mean the line segment joining the circumcenter and the vertex of a triangle. Okay, if you join the circumcenter to any vertex of the triangle, that will give you the what? Circumradius. So C is the circumcenter, CP, CQ and CR are circumradius, they are equal. Okay, now if you take C as the center, now you take the rounder, taking C as the center and CP or CQ or CR as radius. If you draw a circle, what will happen? Taking C as center and CP, CQ or CR as they are equal. Taking C as center and CP, CQ, CR as radius. If you draw a circle, do you know what will happen? You see, the circle will be like this. You see, the circle will be like this. Look at. Taking C as center and CP or CQ and CR, which are equal, they are equal radii. Okay, taking C as center and CP, CQ or CR as radius. If you draw a circle, you will find that the circle will pass through the three vertices of the what? Triangle. And this is known as, this circle is called your circumcircle. Okay, see. So what is circumcircle? I hope you understood. If you understood what is circumcenter, you can easily understand what is circumradius and circumcircle. So once again I am saying, children, circumcenter means it is the point of concurrence of three perpendicular bisectors of two sides, or you can take two only, because if you take the perpendicular bisectors of any two sides, the third one will automatically pass through. There is no need to construct the third perpendicular bisector. Okay, it will automatically pass through that point through which two perpendicular bisectors intersect or pass, whatever you say. Okay, so circumcenter is the point of concurrence of three perpendicular bisectors of sides of the triangle. Okay, in case of acute triangle, it lies interior. Circumcenter lies on the hypotenuse. In case of right angle triangle or right triangle, in case of obtuse triangle, the circumcenter lies outside or exterior of the triangle. Now once you got the circumcenter, join the circumcenter to each vertex. Whatever line segment is obtained, that will be the circumradius. That means the distance between circumcenter to each vertex of the triangle is known as your circumradius. Okay. So once you got the center and you got the radius, you can easily construct the circumcircle. How? By taking C as the center and CP or CQ or CR as the radius. You simply take C as the center, put the rounder here, CP as the radius, and you draw a circle. You know how to draw a circle. If you draw a circle taking C as center, CP, CQ and CR as radius, you will see that the circle will pass through the three vertices. The circle will pass through the three vertices of the what? Triangle, and that is what known as your circumcircle. Okay, it is called circumcircle of triangle. So children, in this class we discussed what? We discussed what is perpendicular bisector, what is the concept, how to construct perpendicular bisector of a given line segment. First I told you that. Okay, then I said a triangle has three sides. So as a triangle has three sides, maybe acute triangle, obtuse triangle or right triangle. So as it has three sides, definitely we can construct or draw three perpendicular bisectors. If you draw three perpendicular bisectors of three sides, or if you draw two perpendicular bisectors only of any two sides of the triangle, okay, third one will automatically pass through. And you see, if we draw, when we draw three perpendicular bisectors of three sides of a triangle, we will find that they will pass through a particular point. That point is known as your circumcenter of that particular triangle. In acute, it lies interior. In obtuse triangle, the circumcenter lies exterior or outside the triangle. In right triangle, it will lie on the hypotenuse. Okay. Now, if you join the center to any vertex of the triangle, okay, the distance will be same, that is circumradius. Now take C as the circumcenter and circumradius. Taking C as the center and circumradius, if you construct a circle, it will pass through the three vertices of the triangle, which is the required what? Circumcircle. We have to construct it with using rounder and scale, pencil, etc. We can easily construct circumcircle of a triangle, provided we understood this thing what I discussed. Children, I hope whatever I discussed you must have understood the concept of circumcircle, circumcenter, circumradius, perpendicular bisector, etc. Okay, if at all it is true, yes, what Mahanti sir is explaining very nicely, we are able to understand, then I must say that you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, we will discuss more about this chapter, that is properties of triangle, in the next class.